big mountains, we think, oh, that's nothing.
I had this idea of taking you for a walk because I think it's good to see the place for
Yes.
people, and also I think there is this like prejudice about like, computer programmers or being always locked in their room.
Yes.
Do you fit in the category for this thing?
I worked for Dartmouth College in the United States for 14 years, and that was really how I started my career as a programmer. And for all that time, my office was underground in the basement. And at my home, I would do some work at home, and I had an office for myself, and it was underground. So I think I'd been a programmer for at least 20 years before I had an office with a window and I could look outside and I could see the world. When I got to college, I found that I could make money by programming. And my girlfriend lived very far away, and I had very expensive phone bills. She lived in Hawaii, so I programmed to get money to pay my phone bill. And now we're married, and I program to get money to pay all of our bills. So.
You said you're grateful to your friend who convinced you to become a programmer. What do you like the most of this job?
I think there are two things. One is figuring out puzzles. That often there are things that we know, if you're a programmer, you know that it's possible, that there's a way to do it. But when you start, you don't know how. And figuring out and taking something from just being an idea to something that's really working, that's very gratifying. The other thing is that and one reason why I've always worked on a kind of software that people use, that's not sort of hidden, but that people interact with, is that people come to you and they have a problem. There's something that they want to do and they can't do it, or it doesn't work, and you can help them. And you make your software better, and it solves their problem, and they're happy, and they're glad, and that's just a wonderful feeling.
Yeah. What do you think about the future of the internet?
The internet has been the most exciting thing in technology in my life and in my work, and it's already so different from when I started over 20 years ago. But I think it probably still has a lot of room to grow. That the iPhone is one example of this. That we just always assumed that the internet was about sitting with a computer, but now it's everywhere, and it's in your pocket. When I started selling software on the internet, one of the things that was sort of an obstacle is that some of our customers would say, you have to mail us a CD, and it makes it more expensive. It's kind of a hassle, but for them, if they paid money, they wanted something they could touch. Now, they probably would never even put the CD in their computer. They would download the software. The CD was totally unnecessary, but if they couldn't touch it, they didn't feel like they'd really bought anything. The material culture that you live in makes a lot of difference in what you think is normal versus what you think is scary or dangerous. People will get so used to relying on technology that they won't be as hesitant as people who remember when they didn't have it. Yeah. And unless something catastrophic happens that shakes everybody's faith in it, that I think we're headed towards a time when people will not think twice about putting lots of information electronically out in the world, because that's what everybody does.